All right, Knights of Apollo, what is up? How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for stopping by, and we are back with another Rome 2 Siege battle. This is the continuation of the TWL tournament, which is pretty much over, but I really wanted to show you the battle for third place. So, of course, this is the matchup between the Gorilla Boys and Cimmerian's Chosen. All right, so it's been a couple days, but in the last episode, geez, in the last battle, the Gorilla Boys won it. So now, in this second matchup, if the Gorilla Boys, who are now on defense, win this battle, they will earn their third place position. If they lose and Cimmeria's Chosen wins, it will actually be pushed to a tie breaker, which is a pitch battle, because Cimmeria's Chosen with Rome and Swaby will end up with the same amount of points as the Gorilla Boys. So this is a major battle for them. It's like do or die, and if they can win this one, they can push it to a tiebreaker. Now, of course, since we're on the topic of TWL, I do have a very exciting announcement. Season 9 will be underway very soon, guys. So if you look down in the video description, there's a link to the Discord, the official TWL Discord. Join that if you want to get involved, if you want to follow your favorite teams and just be a part of the community. And before we dive into today's battle, I do want to go ahead and, pump up the hype and show you guys a really cool trailer for Season 9. So guys, get hyped, get excited. The Gorilla Boys, they're going to be seeking revenge in this new season. They're going to see if they can reach it all the way to the finale. Personally, I would love to see the defending champs, which of course is Parthia's finest, if they took on the Gorilla Boys in the finale. That would be pretty epic. But we'll see. We'll see. So one more quick shout out before we get into this battle. I just wanted to say that I believe that trailer was made by FightMeTotalWar. He's a YouTuber. I got a link to his channel down in the video description. Check that out as well. He makes Total War videos, so definitely, if you're into Total War, you'll be into his channel. And the other channel is the creator of TWL, Marketable Skills. I have a link to his Twitch and his YouTube. That's where he uploads and streams the Total War battles. So you definitely want to check that out as well. So again, check the links down in the video description. All right, so let's look at the factions here. We did for Cimmeria's Chosen. Cimmeria. Anyways, we saw earlier that they're Rome and Swaby. The Gorilla Boys, they are bringing Iceni and Arverni. So bringing the barbarian factions. We'll see how this plays out. I feel like, didn't they play as Iceni? Maybe not. I thought they did. It's probably, I'm confusing it with the finale. But anyways, Swaby is going to go ahead and do the classic strat here of destroying this wall. And just to remind you guys why they do this is because it prevents troops from traveling down the wall and supporting the fight over here. So it just kind of cuts off either an exit or an entrance, whatever the circumstances is or are. But yeah, they need to, this is the only stairway up on this wall now, which is convenient. But the Gorilla Boys have sent forward some slingers. I think they're going to try to quickly get them up here. They're a little bit slow to the draw, but they're going to try to get up here and sling a little bit and do some damage. You know, try to punish them for doing this. This is such a cool little area here, this little square position. So yeah, they're going to just sling and sling and sling some more and try to get some kills. It doesn't look like they got anyone, though. 60 at his 160 at his, yeah, they haven't killed anyone. These are all cheap troops anyway, so I mean Club Levy's not a terrible unit. Yeah, 0 kills. That sucks. That sucks. Let's see if they can try to get at least 1 kill here. Come on, 1 kill. You can do it. You can do it, slingers. Come on, I'm rooting for you. The whole world's rooting for you right now, Celtic slingers, and you didn't get it done. What a disappointment. I spit on you. Okay. Anyways, back this way. They've destroyed some of the walls. I think with the catapult, the ballista here, the Greek ballista. Now they're turning on fire shot, fire flames, fire ammo, and they're gonna go for the infantry back here. And it's such a far target, it's really hard to hit any of these guys, but it was close. They actually did, okay, they did get 2 guys with this big, look at this thing. So that's 2 less guys they have to worry about. Good job with the artillery. They could take out the Scorpion as well. The Scorpion's positioned pretty nicely here. The Gorilla Boys fighting for it all. Well, not really all. They're fighting for 3rd place. You know, a disappointing 3rd place. But we'll see if they can hold on to the settlement, because Cimeria's chosen. They're fighting for it too. And that's how these battles work. You got 2 teams fighting for it. So please excuse my John Madden commentary. But yeah, they're pushing up another tortoise to the wall. We got some precapes. Look at these guys. Absolute backbone of the Roman Empire. Actually, Apollo, you know, I'm just waiting for it. You know, whenever you say anything historical, so little fun tip here that sometimes I'll throw in. And when I say sometimes, I don't really intentionally do this, but it just works out this way. But if you cover a history game, say something that is historically inaccurate or not 100% true, and you will see the comments rise. You'll get so many comments on your videos because people just like, they can't live without correcting you. And sometimes it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, sometimes it's like, thanks, you know, like, thanks for correcting me. Like, but like, genuinely, like, thank you, because you know, oops, like, I don't want to give off, you know, wrong information. But if you do like a harmless fact that really doesn't matter, you know, like, oh, longbow hunters actually used to wear green pants or something stupid like that, people will be like, oh, you know, like, actually Apollo, you know, like, they can't, it's like that meme of the guy, like, you know, making his face turn red, you know, and he's like, you know, like, I have to tell it, you know, and it's so great. It's so great for comments. Like, so I might intentionally like say some historical inaccuracies just so I can get it corrected like 50 times in one video. Because, you know, it's funny too, because you would think that like if you hear someone say something incorrectly, that you would you know, you would get 1 comment, maybe 2 comments. And then the people in the future who want to correct you will look at the comments and see that, oh, he's been corrected. I don't need to waste my time. Someone's already corrected him. No, it's like, I have to say it too. I have to say it. I have to tell him he's wrong, you know. So that's the trick. That's my trick to getting, you know, YouTube trick. You want to get more comments on your video? Say something historically inaccurate. And you're gonna do wonderful. Anyways, back to the battle. The defenders have fallen back. They're going with a bend but don't break strategy. Nice hits with the artillery, getting a little bit more damage going there. Got some slingers down to 102, which is not a big deal. It's still a lot of slingers. Still, you know, as long as you have a lot of troops to use up that ammo, That's all that matters. You don't need a full unit there. But they're going to fall back pretty deep in their lines. And if you guys remember, the Gorilla Boys did something similar against, what was it against? Was it the Gorilla Boys? Was it the Gorilla Boys? I don't know. Guys, you know, who was it? Was it? No, it was Parthia's Finest who did a strategy like this. I'm confusing Parthia's Finest and Gorilla Boys because they're both really good teams. And, you know, it's been a while since I've covered the TWL Siege tournament. So, anyways, we've seen a similar strategy on this map. Let me go ahead and turn on the mini-map here, where defenders will fall back, which creates a, like, opportunity to kind of, like, hit the flank. Because what happens here is, like, if a unit turns in here and fights, any kind of archers will have a flanking fire on them. And you could argue possibly vice versa. There's some archers, if you set up here, they could fire over the buildings and hit the flank of the infantry. So I think that's why the defenders are falling back. You know why I also like Swaby? Because it rhymes with baby. So you go, oh, I'm playing as Swaby, baby. That's just fun. I like that. Swaby, baby. Swaby, baby. Schwaby, what's up, Schwaby? You know, that's a cute little, like, pet name for your girlfriend or something. What's up, Schwaby? You know, it's like baby. It's like, what's up, baby? Schwaby? Schwaby? It's like sweet baby. Schwaby? Schweeby? I guess that would be Schweeby, but Schwaby? You know what I mean? Anyways, let's get back to the battle. The Principes moving forward. We do have some shots being shot. Actually, they're slinging. Celtic slingers opening fire. No, they say fire because guns produce a fire. They're letting loose. They're letting loose. There's slings. They don't shoot slings. They shoot rocks. They're like, oh. Anyways, I'm not salty about it. Anyways, they form Testudo. They're getting hit pretty hard. They're down already 7 men from the slingers. That's the great thing about slingers, is that they do a lot of damage to heavily armored units. Now, I'm not surprised that they're falling back over here because they're not defending this area over here. So if they actually did hold this position, the enemy would be able to run in and cause some issues on the flank. So no surprise here that they're falling back. This unit here might want to fall back soon. They're also kind of setting up shop here. They're really taking a defensive maneuver here, guys. And think about this. And this is why I've been going off with some weird commentaries, because there's really not much going on in terms of fighting. Just a lot of maneuvering, which is important strategically, but, you know, it's not the most exciting thing to watch, so I'm trying to keep you entertained with some stupid commentary. But they got 16 minutes left in this replay, and they have not even begun fighting. We have not seen any sword versus sword. We've seen some skirmishing, we've seen some artillery, but there has been no close range fighting yet. And that is truly impressive, because what that tells me is as soon as the fighting begins, it's going to end very quickly. And just based on looking at this army cop of Rome and Swaby, yeah, it's probably looking in favor of Rome and Swaby. Rome is the ultimate barbarian killing machine. When you get a chance, look up the Celtic genocide. Just when you get a chance, okay? Just when you get a chance, look up the Celtic genocide, okay? And you'll see how much of a murder machine the Roman army is. Actually, Apollo, it's called the Celtic Holocaust. You know, it's like, okay. Same thing. Same thing. Anyways, Club Levy. Now, I don't think many people call it the Celtic Holocaust. Maybe there is people who say that, but I think it's more known as like genocide. Anyways, guys, let's focus on the battle, because it does look like we are going to have a fight here that's going to come down to some sword versus sword. We got Sword Band looking at the stairs. Now, I'm going to be honest, if you were a soldier, would you want to fight on stairs, whether you're up them or down them? I don't know. It looked like it would suck. The footing, your positioning, it would suck because you would fall down the stairs. Here we go. Slingers opening fire now. Going through this tiny gap. Look at this. tiny gap through the buildings, trying to hit the club levy. Club levy, what's dangerous about the club levy is that they're cheap, they're great meat shields, and they have projectile capabilities. And they're not half bad in close combat. So I have certainly won with club levy spam against some good players too. Not like, you know, god tier players, probably not any players that would play in the tournament, but some good players that know their way around Total War and Rome 2, and I have won with a club levy spam because there's just, the unit is so big. There's 160 men per unit. They have a ton of projectiles. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter. You can throw as many arrows as you want at these guys. It's like the Immortals. Just a new man will rise from the one you just took out, you know, like someone, the next man up, so to speak. So yeah, now the attackers are finally firing back with their artillery. They're taking their time. Again, guys, tick-tock tick, it's been, here we go. I think we got 13 minutes left in this battle replay. Still no sword combat. Still to this day, no sword combat. Still no sword combat. Still no sword combat. And now we have sword combat. Now we have sword combat, and it is 13 minutes left, guys, in this battle replay. Guys, it's about to get wild. Now, they do true up this club levy pretty quickly. No surprise there. They kind of ran in to absorb the ammo of the defending Jabbies. And now we've got the Romans closing in and the defenders just letting loose. They are just letting loose. This, guys, is going to be a mass kill situation right here for both sides. They're going to rely on just using every bit of force they have to exhaust the enemy. And look at that. The troops are dropping quick. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And that's going to bring down these lightly armored troops very quickly. You can see they're doing the cycle infantry charge stuff. Back over this way, Iceni holding against the club levy, but they've got a much bigger fish to fry, which is going to be the Romans. We're going to be getting a bit of a calf workout and a butt workout. Whoa, what the hell? This guy just shot up into the sky. Yeah, climbing up the stairs. What is it in Latin? Gluteus maximus? The glutes? I don't know. But they're going to be working on, they're fighting. They're fighting. So yeah, they're holding up on top of the stairs. That's pretty good right there. Back over this way, we do have some braking by Iceni. Lots of braking. What is going on there? I think it's the archer fire. It's just too much. Oh yeah, even the archer fire's chewing up this chosen swordsman. They're down to 90 men already with only 25 kills. That is tragic. That is tragic. They have a negative KD there. So yeah, that sucks for them. They might want to charge them in, but they're getting blasted right now. Now they're down to 85, and now they're gonna fight some Principes by the Romans. Now we've got some sword masters closing in as well. Guys, wow. The attackers' artillery has been super effective so far in this battle, and already the Romans have kind of claimed the stairway along with the Swaby baby. They are pushing up some troops, and they have claimed the stairs, so they don't have to worry about that anymore. And now we got more infantry closing in, and now you can see why. But the balance of power, guys, note this, the balance of power is in favor of the defenders. Consider that. It's probably because the balance of power is not counting for how deadly Rome is. I feel like the balance of power is more of a numbers thing than anything else. It doesn't count for like the skill of unit. I don't know, I could be mistaken. But I feel like that's the case. But still, that's a promising sign for the defenders. And there we go, they're breaking some legionaries. It's a promising sign for the defenders because they're still in it. Even though this feels like it's been overwhelmingly in favor of the attackers since the sword v sword combat began. There's still some hope. Now they've got, ooh, what's this? Now we got some Celtic warriors. They could easily move up here and get a good flanking fire on these cohort. Come on, there it is. There it is, folks. Throw your hatred into the backs of these Romans. Seek revenge. Avenge your people. Kill these Romans. A nice big brawl in this opening here for the town center. This is the victory point, by the way, guys. The victory point. Now, there are some rules about how many units you can have within the victory point. I think it's like 6. And that, I assume that means like literally in it, like either on this circle or within it. There we go. More and more breaking going on from Rome. Back this way. We're still... Oh, look at this. They open up a little gap. Let's see if these chosen swordsmen take advantage of it. And they do. And they do. All right. Well, they got a couple shots in there. It wasn't really that cool. There we go. There it is. No, they're not really. There's too many friendlies in the way. Do the sword band? They must be out of ammo. Or maybe they don't have projectiles. I don't know. Oh, where's those archers? Oh, check this out. This is pretty nifty and creative. He's got some slingers up here supporting. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty creative. These slingers are going to support from a distance, and they are getting some good angles. Well, not really. They're kind of throwing in the shield, but it's better than nothing. You might have to throw some support down here. That's the thing. You kind of cut off reinforcements from getting up on this platform. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hold on. We got some cav going on back here. All right, he's getting some tunnel vision. Let's see what he does with the cav. I don't even think they realize it's moving in. Look at this maneuver by the gorilla boys. Going in with light horse. Still has no idea. Still has no idea. They're like, so... He's like, hey, how's it going? Oh, no. The light horse just got blasted. He got spotted. He waited way too long. Waited way too long to move. And this light horse is going to be wasted. There it goes. There it goes. Well, they broke some club levy. Look at that. Just converging in like just like a flood of water. Just splashing in all around them and dead. Drowned, you know? Whew. Drowned by the enemies. So that was a nifty little maneuver. It just didn't really work out. If he got a couple of units of archers, I would say, yeah, that was a huge win. But unfortunately, he got spotted right at the last second and was unable to take advantage of that situation. Now the Romans continue to slice their way through the Celtic warriors. More and more infantry slicing their way. And it's about to get spicy here, guys. It's about to get wild. We got a lot of troops in one area duking it out, and it's going to be settled right here. The balance of power is still even, guys, with 6 minutes left in the battle. Isn't that crazy? So what I think is going to happen is one side's going to chain route, and the question is, who's it going to be? The Romans or Arverni? There we go. Oh, Swabian Rome breaking here. Breaking. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. More sword masters moving up. We got a cav unit going in there because why not? Why not? Because horses are big and scary. Have you been near a horse? They're big. But thankfully, they're not super smart. I mean, they're smart, relatively speaking, you know. But they're not smart enough to where we can domesticate them and ride them around. Even though, truly, if horses wanted to rise up and not deal with our shenanigans, you know, they could probably easily just, like, destroy us. I mean, once you get weapons involved, then we'd beat a horse. But if we're talking, like, bare hooves versus bare hands of a man, horse is gonna kick your butt. Actually, Apollo, you know. No, but I think, you know, I think there's a mutual respect between horses and men. I think horses like men, more or less. At least the domesticated ones. You know, like a dog. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what the hell. I'm just saying stuff. I don't know. I'm like most YouTubers. I don't know what the I'm talking about. Okay? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to pretend I do. Pretend. Oh! Guy lost his head. Anyways, let's get back to the battle, all right? Let's get back to this. So they're fighting the good fight over here. Roman army pushing in. Swaby's mostly carrying the weight here. We got the Swabian general, the Swaby baby. The Swaby baby king right here pushing in. And let's see. How many kills does he have? He's got 34. Not great. And he's getting blasted right now as he falls back. And right now, it's a battle of blasting between the two sides. This is actually really close, guys. 3 minutes. 3 minutes left, and it's still, like, I don't get it. There's still so many troops left. Someone has to chain route here, and it's tough to tell who's going to do it. Look at this battlefield, guys. Look at this. Just pure chaos. Pure chaos on the field of battle. This is what we live for. Virtually speaking, of course. Virtually speaking. War sucks. War's bad. I hate war, you know? Isn't that so ironic? It's like you hate war. War's awful. It's terrible. I think at times it can be glorious when you're like fighting for something righteous, you know, like defending your home, you know, something like that. But anyways, I think in most cases, especially in the modern era, most wars are stupid as hell. Anyways, we're not getting into that. I just say, you know, like, peace is nice. Peace is nice. I want everybody to live long and have fulfilling lives, not to be cut short. But again, if it's glorious, you know, you die for something wholesome and true, that's also beautiful, you know? So there's that fine line. And that's the other thing. Wars are so interesting to learn about just because it's so just grand, and you have entire groups of civilizations, entire groups of people working together to destroy another entire group of people. It's just, you know, the tactics are interesting, the wit, but, you know, the death is awful. Again, unless you die for something glorious and wholesome. Anyways, let's see what's going on here. It does look like the Romans in Swaby are starting to chip away, guys. Lots of breaking going on from the Guerrilla Boys. Oh, no. We've got a flank here. Guys, I think, yeah, the bounce power is definitely in favor of the attacking side. I'm not going to call it here, but it's certainly looking like this is going to be a tiebreaker battle. Which, first time ever in this tournament, at least from the battles I covered. There might have been other battles with a tiebreaker, but we're going to have a tiebreaker. If the Romans can finish this up, you never know. You never know with the Guerrilla Boys. They might, oh, geez. Oh, they got nothing for this. They got nothing for this. Jesus wept. You guys ever see Pinhead? Pinhead's weird. That movie's weird. It's pretty interesting because it's like a demonic take, but it doesn't really come from like a religious standpoint. Just like it's kind of like It, where it's like a cosmic demonic force, you know? Anyways, when that guy's all like hooked up, stretched out, you know, and he's like, Jesus wept. It just gets, you know. Anyways, that movie's weird. Don't watch it. It's kind of stupid. No, I'm just kidding. Pinhead, it's interesting. Anyways, Iceni is going to get rear charge, and that's going to wrap it up right there, guys. Look at that bounce of power. It's looking like a cigarette. And by the way, guys, don't smoke. Don't smoke. You know, smoking's bad for you. Well, smoking cigarettes are bad for you, okay? Now, smoking pipes, smoking cigars, that's a little bit different. Anyway, so nice little charge there. That's going to seal the deal. And Cimeria's Chosen will win this one and push this into a land battle tiebreaker. Now, of course, we will cover that on a later date, maybe tomorrow, maybe a couple days from now. But that was really fun. It was very intense, like a lot of killing in a short amount of time. Let's go ahead and end the replay. So, oof. JJ, what are you doing, buddy? With only 1,000 kills? Come on. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he'd kick my butt on the battlefield. No, it happens. You know, it's like you just have a bad day. It happens. It happened to me and my team at almost every match. We just had a bad day. Anyways, great job by Samirius Chosen for putting up a good fight and getting back into this one. I just want to remind you guys one more time, Season 9 will begin in October. I think middle of October, most likely. Links to all that is down in the video description. Don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun though. It felt kind of like a podcast in a way, you know? I just let loose. Just let loose. You guys probably hated it. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time on the battlefield.